Okay, you guys, quick fix iPhone repair here. About to do a iPod Touch 4th generation. It's already powered down, ready to be worked on. The client's already had this one done before, so with a little bit of heat and whatnot, should just lift up pretty easily. Always wear gloves no matter what you're working on. Pretty dirty workstation here. Just did a couple iPods and iPads on it today, so bear with me. Okay. Okay, we're going to start with applying some heat on the bottom here. A little bit on the sides, a little bit on the top, just to a good hot touch. Okay, favorite tool here, iSesame. Right, and you just kind of start picking away at it. Lift it up a little bit. Same on this side. Pick it up a little. What you see? Got to be careful on this top left corner because you have the Wi-Fi there. You don't want to tear that up. Okay, there it goes. Let's pick that up there. Now we're not going to be using this one, so I can just snip that out of there. Get rid of it. Right, just pop that in there, make sure it's nice and straight so the front doesn't look off. Alright, stick it. Let's remove that. Right. Always pull the screws off in order. Just make a nice little line here how I pull everything off. Okay. Nice set of magnet tools makes life a lot easier. Just picking it all up. Okay. Okay. Spot you got to heat up here is right here on the top. Pretty much right here underneath this plate there's some adhesive like holding on the motherboard and whatnot. So I heat it up right here a little bit and heat it up right here, because if you don't, right here on the bottom, you will tear the speaker wires. Speaker won't work. And so just make sure you heat these two zones up. Just put a little heat. Okay. A little warm to the touch, not too much. Alright, take my plastic spudger. And come in down here. Just be careful, take your time. It'll relieve itself. Okay. And also a little bit of heat on the bottom. So let's rip your speaker off. Okay, there you are. Remove this. A lot of the time I find on a lot of the little buttons, there's this little tiny black dot right on top of it, and that's just glued on there. So if you notice your button's not working, whether it be a power button or whatnot, always check that first. If it's still it's not working to the press, sometimes you have to fabricate your own little spot, glue that on there, and you'll have your button back. Okay, and we have one more Phillips right on the top here. Pull that guy out. Always make sure this is powered down. Okay. All right. And from here, take my plastic spudgers. I lift the board right here a little bit. Okay. This is very kind of a tedious spot here. You gotta lift that board up. Right here, it's really tight, so you gotta kind of push it over to the left and pick it up. And then just kind of work it. Kind of push it in there. Same with here. Right here, it's really tight. So I come on this side, push it over a little bit. Pick it up. Make sure that comes up. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't always come up right away. There you go. Bring that cowboy up. Right. I got a whole assortment of prying tools here. Pull that off, pull it out. This is the toughest thing right here because it's really tight. You got to get under there. Just kind of relieve a little bit of pressure right here. I need to lift the board a little bit up. Okay. And be careful not lifting it too much. I'll just kind of leave that there with the pressure of the spudger, and it kind of lifts it up. a little bit more. Okay. Okay, get your new screen. Sometimes takes a little while to line these up. This is the pain about the iPod 4. Everything's kind of underneath it, like the iPod 5th gen. Just kind of line it up there as best you can, like that. Kind of get down real low with it. I come underneath it right here. And just like I said, you gotta kind of work with it. That up, and up down here. Slowly kind of slide it up there. Okay. Be very careful. Doesn't look like it's quite all the way on yet. Make sure that thing is nice and clipped. Okay, then now you can slowly start to drop it in. Make sure you doesn't come unclipped here. Okay, just gotta push it sideways in. Drop her down. And now you have your digitizer in place, clipped in. Sometimes that is very hard to get in. Drop that there. After this point, I like to test it. Kind of bend that up. I'm plugging in the LCD here. Now it's plugged in. From here, hold down the power button, make sure the Apple comes on, let it do its thing there for a second. Make sure it's functioning properly. Been there. Yep. Okay, working touch. Good. Working unlock. Good. Power it back down. Put it all back together. Let that thing power down for a minute. Alright, so from here I'm going to pick the screen up. I'm going to go ahead and detach the LCD. Oh, I got some kind of room here to play with. Alright, take this plate back on. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the old adhesive, put my own on it. Get it all off there. Right, place her in spots. Drop it down. All right, that's how I have them all laid out. They're all in order. Just plug them all back in, tighten them all down. There. Here. Screw them down. Okay. I like the red tape a lot. It's pretty thick, really sticky. Basically gonna cut 4 pieces for this bottom here. Really easy to grab it with your tweezers. Place it. Put it down. Snap another piece. Gently place it. Okay, again. Start dropping it down, place it. Make sure this is nice and planted down on there. Now, don't forget to plug in your LCD or your LCD cable back in. Make sure this cable down here is properly in there. Okay. You're basically ready to start dropping it back down. I like to throw just a little bit of glue in the corners. There, kind of spread it all in. After you're comfortable with all the corners and all the now you can fire it back up. And that is the iPod 4th generation screen repair. Powered up, ready to go. Thank you for watching.